Dave Snyder here. It is March the 12th, 2015. Got a cool thing that happened earlier. Started to make a video and the video got kind of screwed up. So, anyways, I pointed out before that okay, this is weather. This is the Antarctica and the weather I just saved about, I don't know, 2 hours ago. I guess you can go back and see that the weather is the same still. I mean, I've pointed out before many times, I don't know how many times, many times, that Schrodinger showed itself here. The Schrodinger pattern crater showed itself in the weather here perfectly one time. And I made a video, and I'm sure that video is still on my channel. I'm sure it's up, because I know that was a good video. I didn't take it down. But look at how they do the weather here. Nowadays, this used to show the perfect Schrodinger print in this spot, right in this peninsula. If you take the weather away, you can see it hit this circular pattern right here. See this circle? Okay, Schrodinger hits right there. It leaves its print perfectly. You don't see it in the ocean floor or nothing, but you do see the round. They give you this little round arc here to start with, and then I don't know. It's 2 years ago at least when I seen that weather pattern here. It was perfect, and they've changed the weather since then. As you can see, the weather looks like this now, and that's why. Because Schrodinger shows itself so nicely right here, and that's why you get the lines. I'm telling you, them lines weren't there before. When I seen it that one time, they were not there. None of that shit was there. And anyways, I saved this image of the whole the whole South Pole, and I took it and I overlaid it the way that it goes, the day that I seen it there, right, with Schrodinger right there. Watch. Just like that, right? Now just stand back and look at the curve here. It's all in there. See the curve? The whole lunar South Pole fits perfect on the Earth's South Pole. Look at that. See that? Now watch this. This confirms that this. I mean, we can look over a little more. Check this area out here. See how they're doing the same thing here? Look at this. Got this line through here. Watch. I wonder why that is. You can sort of see them there, but you sort of can't. You know what I mean? But now watch this. This confirms the whole deal. The whole deal right here. This is how it confirms itself. I take away this picture of the lunar South Pole. And actually, I didn't even bring up. Well, I lied it to the lunar South Pole right here. Then I take away the lunar South Pole, or I just brought up the black hole. Actually, I didn't take this down. I just brought up the black hole. Let's just bring up the black hole. And this confirms everything right here. Look how I put it. I lined it to this lunar South Pole Schrodinger pattern only, and I didn't adjust it to this picture here. And look how it fits. Watch. Just like I showed you the other day. Look at that. It's almost perfect. I mean, it just needs to be moved over just a little bit this way, and it would be perfect. See the shape? I know you can see that, right? Look. Same exact shape as that black hole, or whatever you want to call it, that weather pattern. Or it's called an Earth spot, why don't we? It's an Earth spot. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah. So you think this was in the Atlantic Ocean, by the way? This weather pattern, it was in the Atlantic up here by Spain, right here in the Atlantic, right here. Might be coming off the islands there. It might have been like right here, but actually it was right here, but it might be coming from right here, like centered right around here. This big hole looking thing right here comes from somewhere on the Earth, and it's all over. Every pattern, almost every weather pattern from everywhere will fit in it. I'm not kidding. From everywhere will fit in this hole. I got a list of pictures that'll fit in this hole. They're just everywhere in here. Just from building right here. I mean but that's just confirms it. It put itself right in place all on its own. See that? I mean, I can move it. I'm going to move it over just a little bit. Watch. Just so it's perfect. This like goes like right there. See that? Isn't that beautiful? So what's up with that? confirm. Look at that. See my screen blink? And yeah, you guys keep watching. I'm figuring you all out. I got it down. Oh, you want to see something else? This is kind of a vintage thing I did a while back, and along with something I just did today. And I will show you right now. Let me see. I gotta turn off the lunar south pole first. Come on. Okay, turn that off. Okay, here we go. Remember this, the Tchaikovsky or whatever the crater that's named by the Russians? It's I got it. This was a pattern I've seen in the ocean. Right here. This was a pattern I've seen in the Pacific one day, and I made a video about it. There's a video on my channel about it, and it's like the perfect. As soon as I seen it, it was like it had to be this crater right here, right? Just had to be that crater, because this area here. See how they're hiding this area with the lines, even though they've had a lunar orbiter or two land there, or whatever the fuck they had there. I mean, excuse me, but I mean, you see that they're hiding something there, and you see that that pattern is the same shape as what they're hiding. It kind of goes like this. It's the same shape. It goes in there, and it just doesn't give you much detail here. Just the center, and that's it, right? Just like that, okay? And I'm not saying it's a absolute for sure, but there's a couple things that come up in this next picture that I'm going to show you here. This picture is from a different time, just a different time. I overlaid it just today, actually, just a few hours ago or an hour ago. This one here, and I might have shown it the other day, but see the line through it too. There, this is in Siberia or Asia or whatever, right up here. Here's China, right? China, and this is Siberia up here. And you see and that crater has a Russian name, totally Russian, right? Totally Russian name. And you see this one matches the other picture. And then on top of that, I'm not saying it goes here for sure. I'm just saying it matches that pattern very well. I mean, I don't want to go all the way back there just to show you, but I want to show you one more thing here. See this little spot right here? Watch. In the weather. A little curve. It's got like a little, it comes to a point. It's got this little like round spot right there. See that? What do you think? It just falls into place there. I didn't line it up. It just was there. Put itself right in there. And I can see this shape here. I know it's the same thing. Because here's one more thing to show you here. If they're hiding part of it or something right there, you can see something's being hidden right there. You can tell. They just cut the weather right off. Because there would be more blue there. You know, it doesn't just stop at a straight edge like that. So they're hiding something at that point where that line is. But anyways, to confirm this, all I got to do is bring up the lunar south pole. And I passed it. Not to really confirm it, but I mean to somewhat confirm it. I'm not saying it's absolute positive, but it puts this crater right in place, all on its own. Look, right there in this. Well, I can't remember the name of this. Is that the Indian? The name of this bay? I can't remember the name of it. But it puts it right in there, and I mean that goes there. It has that Schrodinger crater does go there, but it goes a little bit. Seems like it goes a little bit over where this curve is right here, and that curve is right here, but I don't know. I mean, its fits are pretty damn good. If you go to India, right over here in India, there's a big crater, like a big round spot in India, right about in this area, right in the same place where that big crater is, right there, a big mound or whatever it is. I'm just saying, it puts it in place pretty well. I think it's just a little, needs to be a little turn, but it puts it pretty well in place right there. I mean, because it definitely goes into that bay right there. There's definitely a Schrodinger impact right in the center here of this area, or it shows itself. It's been magnetically attracted to there, or whatever does it. I mean, I'm just saying it puts it in place pretty well. Because for it to just fall right there, just on its own, is pretty good. So that's Siberia. And that would be, if we were to look at it like this, let me turn all this other stuff off. If we were to look at it, it's right here. This area right there. And the Tunguska impact is right there. And Mare Oriental is centers out right there too. I mean, they all center out right here. It's crazy. The lunar south pole centers out right there. All these impacts that fit right in here are those three. Those three ones. Okay, so lunar south. I didn't show you Mare Oriental, but I've shown it before up here. I've shown you that before. So that's, it puts three impacts centered right there. Right in this area, anyways. Maybe not right there, but right in this straight same line right here. It could be down here, but it's might as well be right there. Might as well, because that, we already know that's some kind of attractive spot right there already. And all these things are falling right there. You've seen that pattern was from Siberia, the one I just showed you. That, not that one. This one. Not that one either. That one. Look at that. That's a. You gonna tell me that's not some kind of impact on the Earth with Siberia? Look at that. It's right there. It falls right in the same spot as Tunguska. And I'm not saying it happened right here in the Pacific, but that's where this. It showed the pattern. Watch. I'll show you the first time. The first one, it's lined right up to the ocean floor. Right. It's exactly lined. Well, not pretty close to exact. Watch. See Hawaii? Okay. It's a little bit off, but it's not much. It's even smaller than it should be. See that? It's just a little bit off. Not a whole lot. Not enough to matter. But that showed that right there. I wonder where that. If I brought it up there, I'm gonna bring this. I gotta find out what the name of this picture is real quick. It is Today Center Pacific. Okay. So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put that. Oh, keep on snagging my fucking screen, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to put that Center Pacific picture right there. And I'm going to, if I can find it, I should be able to find it, no problem. It's in Today, Pictures. Today, same thing. Okay, Center Pacific. Center Pacific right there. And that's the right one. Just go up. And I think it's got the turn sign. I want to try it right there at Tunguska, but I think it goes like right over here. Maybe. Whatever that spot is. Because look at the way that this curves around right here. It's almost perfect right there. Look at that. Oh, goodness. Somewhere in there anyway. Here we are doing it again. Where does that put this? Let's see. It would put that right about the same spot, wouldn't it? Let's see. Just go down here. I should put the other picture up here actually first. Let me just put this up there, leave it here, and then take that other picture and put it up here first. Browse. And that picture is in the first few pictures, somewhere right in here. Right there. Should take the smaller. No, this one. Okay, this might be a little difficult to squeeze this in here, but we'll give it a shot. It's pretty close. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, so it's this part right here. You see the beak of the bird right there, and the eye of the bird right there. Look at that. I call this the bird. See, it's a bird head. See the desert right there. See it? We're in good shape there. This gut's come down a little bit, so it centers out right there. A little hot. No, that's about right. Still in line with that area there. Still in line with that. And you can see that this is like a big impact here. So I mean, it just it encircles the whole shot. You see, usually you only see this half right here. Look, this half. This picture showed us the whole impact. That it is actually a circular pattern, not just a semicircle or whatever. It shows us that it's entirely circular. Because if I bring this down, it goes perfect circle. See that? It goes perfectly round. So that shows that. Anyways, that's enough for today. Just want to show you all that. And probably too long already anyways. Have a good night.